Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are in this amazing world. My name is Donovan Jolly, and welcome everybody once again for another amazing video of DIY investing. For today's video, I want to dive in and share with you guys my updated analysis inside of XRP. In my last video, I talked about all of my analysis with XRP and why I thought that we were going to continue to follow what happened with Doge. In Doge, right when we first started breaking out, we had a 40% sell-off after the initial rise. This is exactly what XRP has done up to this point. So for today's video, we're going to be diving in, talking about all of the updates with XRP, sharing with you guys why I think that there's going to be lots more upside still to come, and sharing with you guys how you can go about profiting over the next couple months. If you're new and just finding this channel, always remember to do me a favor by leaving a like, comment, and subscribing to this channel for more updates. Always remember to click that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos like the one provided for you here. And make sure you guys sign up and join the Discord server of over 20,000 members and growing. Links are going to be provided for you in the description to go and congregate with the rest of my community, share your own thoughts, feelings, and perspectives on the market. Now with that being said, if you're a new guy getting into these markets and you want to understand what it takes to be more profitable, I do have a free ebook that's also linked into the description that I know is going to help you guys out tremendously, because it's that information and knowledge inside of that I'm going to give you for free that really changed my trading plan and helped me from being unprofitable to making profitable decisions inside of the market. So go ahead, check that out. Links are provided for you in the description. And with all that being said, guys, let's jump right into this amazing video today. Alrighty guys, so here we are taking a look at XRP on the dollar. For today's video, I wanted to start off with XRP because of the fact XRP has been a big driver of value over the last couple weeks, and we finally started to see some type of a pullback. Now, a lot of people are expecting that XRP is going to have another one of these events where after a pump, we're just going to crash all the way back down and go to zero. But that honestly could not be further from the truth, and where we're at is literally what I pinpointed in my last video. Right when we are all the way up here close to $2, I said that honestly, $2 seems like a pretty logical $2 seems like a pretty logical area where we would expect to see some type of a pullback. And so what I had drawn for you guys was two different scenarios. And the first scenario really had to do with Doge and what Doge was doing. And honestly, guys, Doge is probably one of the most correlated assets with XRP, and we see a lot of correlation between the two. And what we recently saw with Dogecoin was this type of a move here. Now, if you guys remember, when Doge, right before it started really breaking out, we had this major level over here. So Doge itself, this move here, we went through this long accumulation pattern, and then we finally broke up right here. Now, if you guys notice, this was resistance, this was resistance, this was resistance. So this was a pretty strong level right there. So we're going to draw a line. Now, if you guys notice here, when we broke above this, we went all the way up close to that all-time high, and then we started pulling back. And the amount that we pulled back was about 40%. And if we come over here, we're going to see that. So it was about 50% actually. Doge pulled it back about 50% from hitting these highs, and we came back down and flipped this level. Now, you guys are going to remember that once we flipped that level, this is what happened with Doge. We had a monster-sized pump. And we're still going up today, and it's actually been one of the better leaders. And so I highlighted this in my last video. And what I said was that we should really be paying attention for this type of a move. We could see a 40% pullback, and we could fall all the way back down to these previous resistance levels, and we have to flip them as support, because this is generally what happens inside of a bullish market. The only way that you prove that we're bullish is by flipping the previous resistance levels. And this is pretty much identical to what we're seeing today and what recently happened inside of Doge. So how crazy would it be if we actually see pretty much the same thing happen here with XRP? Because it's really not out of the realms of possibility in the slightest. In fact, we're pretty much just following identically to what it just did. And if we do continue to follow this, then we would expect to see support hold roughly where we're at. Where I drew the green line in my prior video was all the way down here at $1.20, and I said that this is where I would buy the dip if in fact we get that dip, and this is exactly where we went to now. Now today, when I look at the charts, I'll be honest, it looks like we could very easily see a little bit more downside. It's not a given yet, we still have to wait and see, but if we do end up falling a little bit lower, I would think that XRP would bottom 92 cents. So that would be about the low side targets. And that's what I would be watching out for with XRP. It was really between this range, but I would expect $1.20. That was the first area because this was our previous high here. Our next previous high is going to be down here at about 92.5 cents. And so that's what I'm going to be watching moving forward with XRP. Regardless, we look exactly the same as what Doge just did. And guys, need I remind you what happens to XRP if in fact we pull a Doge? Well, it's looking like $9 to $10 is going to be the next logical area on the demand for the chart. And it's pretty obvious to tell what's going on here, guys. I mean, we're following Doge very much accordingly, and this is to be expected. I mean, to be expected, maybe not so much, but I mean, all these cryptos follow each other, right? And if we come over here, let's actually pull up the Doge chart. So look at this, guys. I mean, to me, this is very much the same type of chart. It looks almost identical all the way through. And we followed Doge pretty much identically, and it kind of trips me out how much these cryptos look alike. And what I want to make the point of, guys, is that if you guys are watching Doge right now and you're sitting here, because there's two different people. There's the people that are sitting here saying, oh man, Doge is pumping, got to be the cycle top. And then there's other people like me that are sitting here like, oh man, Doge is pumping. This is the go-to indicator for alt season. Every time Doge pumps, it always starts off alt season. And so I have a little bit of a different perspective than most people. I think that this is going to produce a lot more upside still. And that's kind of what I'm personally watching out for. And I mean, it looks identical to what we just saw here inside of Doge. And I mean, what we're seeing today in XRP is pretty much the exact same thing. I think that we're about in this move, which is the equivalent of here, and we're getting ready for that big move on the upside. And you guys can't ignore the similarities seen right now. It's simply too identical to ignore. And this is going to be the way that all of these cryptos behave, guys. They're going to follow each other. They're going to go in turns. One of them's going to go first, one of them's going to go second, and then it's going to go down the chain of commands until, you know, eventually everything pumps. We haven't seen XRP do hardly anything, and that's why I believe that we will start to see it do a whole lot more from here. And this is the type of formation, and this is the type of basing that we would expect to see inside of a market that's about to go parabolic. This, to me, looks like a chart that's about to go parabolic. And yeah, it is possible it could sell off slightly more right here. But regardless, I think that this is going to be breaking out and going into new all-time highs. And if we pull a Doge, we're going to be looking at $9 per XRP. Why is it so hard to think that this can happen? If Dogecoin just hit a $50 billion market cap, a literal meme project with no active development taking place, why would XRP not do the same thing? That's what I'm just having a hard time understanding why people have these perspectives. I mean, these are all going to follow the same exact cycles. They're all doing the same things as each other. And if we're seeing Dogecoin starting to lead, that's a telltale indicator that alt season is here, and we should be expecting to see that happen. So quickly before we wrap up this video, let's talk about the Bitcoin pair itself, and let's talk about some things that I see over here. Now, first things first, we did see a nice impulse, but we really need to see this impulse hold support. Now, in my opinion, this is a pretty strong level that we could hold, but my opinion is that this probably isn't going to hold right there. It would be my opinion that we'd actually go a little bit lower, maybe something closer to here. You know, regardless, it's really important that we hold this level. Oh my God. The only way that we're ever going to actually know if this is out of the bear market is once we can make a higher high and hold support and continue to go up. Because the thing is, guys, these markets follow each other. If we pull anything close to what we just saw with Doge, then it's going to look something along the lines of this. I mean, these all follow each other. They all pump usually at the same times. We have the same size of alt seasons every time. And look how much they've been correlated up to this point. The only real difference here is, notice how Doge, let's hide our XRP real quick. Notice how Doge right here, we go to this low, consolidate, and then we popped up. This move is the same as that, right? We consolidated, we held support, and then we went into price discovery. And so if we could do the exact same thing with XRP today, then we should expect to see the exact same thing kind of play out right here. And it looks very similar to what we saw with Doge just recently. So if we can get the same type of a move with Doge, if we can get the same type of a move with XRP as we just saw with Doge, you guys already know how crazy this thing is about to get. It's going to go super parabolic, and a lot of people are going to severely underestimate the powers of Doge. They've already underestimated the powers of Doge. They're going to underestimate the powers of XRP because XRP is an ultimate pump coin, and people forget about it. Think about it, guys. The amount of hate that's behind XRP, the amount of people talking crap on it, the amount of expansion that we're going to see on the upside when this thing takes off is going to be very similar to what we saw with Doge. And if we're breaking out and going this high, guys, you have an amazing opportunity of making a lot of profit off of your XRP holdings. You know, from where we're at, if we go back to the previous high, you're looking at about a 10x return. My guess is if we pull a Doge, we're going to go way above and beyond this all-time high. I mean, these were the previous highs. Let's remove our Doge real quick. These were the previous highs. We went way past those here. My guess is we do the same thing to these highs, and we just keep expanding like that. And so I wanted to give you guys this update to just talk about XRP. I wanted to share with you guys how we followed pretty much according to my plan. We had that 40% sell-off that I was talking about. We've pretty much followed even closer to Doge, and so I would expect that we're going to find the bottom here shortly soon. Yes, it is possible that we could go a little bit lower, like I said, down to about 92.5 cents. But regardless, guys, we're breaking above our previous resistance levels. These resistance levels are going to act like a support, and we're going to see continuation from these levels as we pull a further confirmation that we're going to be breaking out by following closer to Doge. And Doge is king, Doge is everything, you know, Doge is the ultimate master here. We got to watch out for Doge. Who would have thought ever in a million years that we'd all be watching after Doge to see what may or may not happen with the rest of the markets? All of these amazing projects that have real working use cases, people are actually using them. You know, they're very legit projects. People are building on them. People are building within the project and ecosystem themselves. And here we are watching Doge, something that hasn't been built on for 2 years and is a literal meme coin outpricing the entire market. This is amazing. This is why we love crypto. And I'm excited to see the exact same thing would happen with XRP. A lot of people are trying to call tops. I honestly think that this is just the very beginning of alt season, and we should expect to see a lot more upside coming from here. With that being said, guys, thank you all so much for tuning in today's video. If you're still waiting this long and watched all the way to the end, I want to take a couple minutes to explain how you guys can sign up for my video course and signals. Now, quickly before we jump into that, I want to take a couple minutes to explain that I'm actually going to be hosting a live training very soon, where I'm going to be talking about crypto, talking about the charts, talking about some of the key points about it, some of the opportunities behind it. So if you guys watch this channel, you guys support what I do, and you more importantly want to tune in for that live training, make sure that you guys comment in the description. Make sure you guys comment below. Let me know that if you're interested to actually participate inside of that. I want to get a little bit of a roll call. I'm actually going to be providing a little bit of a sell. This is going to be the biggest sell that I've ever done inside of my group. And so if you guys want to participate, everything's going to be over 50% off. You're going to get all of my courses and my upcoming beginner's course that I've just been working on over the last couple months. So if you guys want access to all of this stuff, make sure you guys tune into that live training. If you want to make sure that you can save your seat inside of that live training, you guys need to join my email list. And by doing that, you guys can download the ebook in the description of this video. That ebook is free, not going to cost you anything, but once you download it, you're actually going to get subscribed to my email list, and from there, you're going to get all the updates of when I actually host that webinar. Now, on top of that, guys, if you don't want to wait for the webinar, you don't care about the discount, I do have the course and signals for sale right here in the description of this video. You guys can go purchase them together or separate. If you can only pick one, I always recommend going with the signals first. You guys already know. If you want to step in here, copy what I'm doing, make that profit, the signals are going to be the place for you. So go ahead, check that out, guys. And with that being said, I will catch you in the next video. As always, peace out.